All right, continuing on with variation 1, let's add the left hand. Now, you'll notice that variation 1 is simply the same notes, the same left hand notes we used in the theme, just broken up into broken octaves, so that keeps it pretty easy. So you've got that low C. Remember what I told you before? 2 lines below the bass clef is really low C. Well, here we go. Here it is. So we got that C, and then the C an octave up, and you just rock back and forth. Here's what we're mimicking. We're doing like basically like a drum. This is like your kick, and then your snare. Kick, snare, then onto B flat. Kick, snare, kick, snare. Just rocking back and forth, and your A flat, back and forth. A flat, back and forth. Now watch out. Here's the one where we're going to change in the middle of the measure. Don't let that catch you off guard. B flat, then down to G, and that brings you back to the theme, which you already know. All right, and so on. So now let's put these hands together. Once you get that left hand separate, and I do some note names. C, 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 B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat, A flat, A flat, A flat, A flat, B flat, B flat, G in G, and then C, and that brings you back to your theme. All right. Slowly, let's bring it hands together. Now let me tell you where everybody gets thrown off, so you'll just watch for this. In the middle of the measure, when you're tying that third space of the treble clef C, while you're holding the note in the right hand, you have to play a note in the left hand. That's tough. We want our hands to do the same things at the same time, but that would make for boring music if we always did that. So just watch out there. Your right hand plays, and then the left hand answers right after it. All right? We're going to go slow and still count out loud. This is a great chance to get used to saying 1 ienda, 2 ienda. I know it feels funny at first, but you've got to learn to count like that, and you're going to be thinking that in your head, I hope, the rest of your life, that you're playing 16th notes, even though you won't always be saying it out loud. So get comfortable in saying it and thinking it. So let's do it together. You ready? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. That's that spot where I was telling you about. It's a 3, boom. The left hand comes in. I'm sorry. It's and a 3. The left hand comes in on 3. The right hand is holding on beat 3. Watch it. That is a tricky spot. Here we go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now, did you notice, other than that beat 3, where the right hand is holding and the left hand is playing, other than that, your hands play together on beats 1, beat 2, and beat 4. So that keeps it a little easier. All right, we're going to keep going. Start again on variation 1. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And that brings you back to the theme. Now, let's start pedaling your theme. Now, once you have learned the notes pretty well for your theme and for variation 1, I'd start pedaling, but I would just start pedaling the theme. Variation 1 is a little bit more tricky on the pedaling. Now, when you pedal, I encourage you, start with your pedal down. Most people get off track in pedaling because they get their pedaling started wrong, and then it throws the whole song off. So if you'll start with your pedal down, and anytime you restart, and when you're just learning how to pedal a song, you'll have to restart a lot of times. Anytime you restart, take your hands off the keys, but push your pedal down, all right? Now what we're going to do, I'm going to play the song slowly, and I'm going to say what my foot is doing. You ready? So my foot is down right now on the pedal. And remember, when you pedal, try to keep, if you're tall enough, well, if you're tall enough to play this song, you should be able to do this correctly. Keep your heel on the floor when you pedal, and cover about 3/4 of the pedal with your toes and the upper part of your foot, and then let it come all the way up, but not your heel. Your heel needs to be like a hinge on the ground, and that's how we should smoothly pedal. All right, so I'm starting with my pedal foot down, and I'm going to slowly play the theme, saying what my foot is doing, all right? Up, down, 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 up, down. And that brings us into variation 1, and that's where we're going to stop with the pedaling. Notice where it says pedal simile, that means keep pedaling in the same kind of way that we did the first measure.